let's just start with Kingsbarns, 3 for 3, Louisiana Derby winner, already won at a mile 3/16. Your thoughts about him and the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, he's unbeaten. I think people gave him are discounting him because of the time in the Louisiana Derby, but I just don't think he should get penalized for going up the front and putting everybody to sleep and winning that way. I think he can win any number of ways, so we're pretty confident coming in.
Obviously, this was a horse that that's a later bloomer getting started. Just talk a little bit about his development.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is better asked to Todd, but he just took a little much longer to come around, and then when he did, we started to hear good news about his training, and we got excited about him. And then when he won at first out, we were like, okay, we might have something here. And you never, it's funny, you never really think you actually have a Derby winner until you get those points and get in. But when we started to get close, we got up to Louisiana, we were like, okay, we might have something here. And now we're going to find out on a couple Saturdays from now.
And then obviously Major Dude is still, on the outside looking in, but I mean, what's the ride like then with him being by a young stallion to the farm who's so promising?
Yeah, we're very excited about that. It's great to have the representation for Bolt Oro, and we're so honored and pleased and thankful for his early start, and be able to have one, maybe he can sneak his way in. It's a little far down. We'd like to have him a couple spots closer, but he could get in. We've seen that happen before, and if he doesn't, we'll run him in the turf race on the same day, on Derby Day.
Do you have a sense on what his future is, on dirt or turf, or good to have the options?
Yeah, I mean, we've come to the conclusion he's pretty much a turf horse, but turf horses over the years have done okay on a Churchill track. So he looked out there. He worked this morning. He looked pretty good out there. So we'll see.
Talk about the shoes you're filling, for your late father-in-law, B. Wayne Hughes. I mean, a Titan doesn't hardly do it justice.
Yeah.
And now it's your name on the program by Spendthrift Farm, and
right,
what
yeah.
that's been like.
That's a tough shoe to fill for sure. Wayne he taught me everything, not just about this business, but about business in general. And I would never even begin to imagine myself filling those shoes. I could never fill those shoes from a business standpoint. I can only hope to fill those shoes as a person. He was a great guy. We'll miss him, but his legacy lives on through what we're doing here.
What does it mean to the farm to have one for sure and maybe two horses in the Derby?
It's always a thrill. It never gets old being in the Derby. It's what it's all about. It just makes you. That's what's so fun about this business. You're always looking forward. You're thinking maybe we got a Derby horse here. Early on when they win the first race, and then when you start to get close and they actually get there, now you're like, okay, we could do this. This could happen. And we were fortunate to have been in that place before with Authentic. It's just such a great feeling. What I've been thinking about lately is that the feeling is available, not just to wealthy people, but to anyone through any number of partnerships, even a micro share companies like My Racehorse. As people should get in this game because it's such a thrill, and we're just so thankful to have a chance.
Is it true what they say that once you win the Derby, you think you can imagine what it's like, but you can't, and then when you win it once, there's a whole new dimension of wanting to win a second one that you maybe couldn't envision before, that it could be any more?
Yeah, I mean, it's so much the odds are so slim. Just to get here is so hard. And then to imagine being that one, you just, for me, I never really believe it could happen until the horse is coming, from the quarter pole, and looks like he might have a chance. It puts you in a place that you've never been in before, certainly emotionally, and it's beyond thrilling.
So you've won a Derby on the first Saturday in September.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to trying to win one for Saturday in May.
That would be nice. That was a weird day. It was so surreal. Nobody was here, and then and we had 2 horses in that day, and one had to scratch 1,000 words. Yeah. So we were really down about that, and then Authentic goes and wins. So of course we were sky high, and then he ran over me in the paddock.
Yes.
It was just a bizarre day, but it was so much fun. I mean, yeah. So I don't know if anybody thinks of that with an asterisk because it was a strange year and it was in September. But so for that reason alone, it would be fun to win one conventionally on the first Saturday in May.
So, we were just looking at this incredible set of horses, 2 of which were yours, and a couple of which were not yours, the 2-year-old Champion Forte and Tappet Trice. Do you have a sense, like, if we could just be the best at 1.25 miles in our barn, I like our chances? Or what's that like when a lot of your top competition's right in the barn?
That is a strange thing. You're out there, and we're up there with Todd watching our horse work, and then Forte and Tappet Trice are out there working as well. Our horse is. That's odd to have to think that, and we do think that maybe the best competition is in the same barn. So, we wouldn't mind being the one, but it is one of the things that gives you comfort. It gives us comfort is that we know Todd is training them all to win. He's not showing any favoritism. He's much too professional for that. So it's not lost on us though that we have to beat some of his other horses.